I've taken some pictures of Yarn Rhapsody to show you. That was our sign out front. And there's the front of the building. You can see the sign over the door, Yarn Rhapsody. Walking up to the windows. This window has the two signs, Yarn and Rhapsody, and the definitions of those. That's an artsy sort of thing we've had in our window. If you go and look inside, you can see there's some yarn on a table. And if you go to the other window, you see the giant knitting needles with the yarn on them. And there's also some things in the window. There's our little Yarn Rhapsody. It's actually on music notes. Let's go inside. Inside the door, you see our sandwich sign, and that shows our special classes and knit-alongs that we have on there. I'll go around and show on the other side. It's right inside the door. We have several knit-alongs on Thursday. People who come in and work on different projects with us. There you can see we have some shawls in the window. The lighting's not very good, but that's what's there. That is the big sweater jacket, circular sweater jacket you saw me working on. And up at the ceiling is another beige jacket I made a long time ago. A hat and some socks. And this is our sock yarn and our lace yarn. And then you go across and there is some more sock yarn, some sport weight yarn. There's some books there. And this is the front shelves that you see when you go in. There's a rack of scarves. There's an orange sweater, a green sweater with a blue felted hat I made. And there's a little scarf Esther, one of our volunteers made, a white vest Isa made, and these are silk and some cotton sock yarn there in the front. Go over to the other side of the door. That's a shawl I made and some big skeins of yarn you can use to make that. On the other display table there are some specialty yarns, and you can see a sweater I made on the wall and a vest that I made on the wall. Made those vests. This yarn on this side of the wall is our chunkier yarn. That's some heavier yarn. The white summer sweater I made. You can see some bottles of soap that you wash yarn with. And this is all the chunkier, heavier yarn. Walking back to the back, there's Dale emptying the trash. That's the shipwreck shawl. We're having a knit along with that. And another display table. Might recognize it was my kitchen table. Over on that side of the yard, that's Cascade 220 and some sweaters. I'm walking toward the cash register. We have a bookshelf there. There's some of the books that we have in the shop and some buttons. Some books about children. Another little summer sweater and some project bags. And on this side, there's a mirror that people can use to try on clothes. The scarves and sweaters, and there's a little seating area where our groups sit and chat. There is more yarn in the back, needles that are behind the counter, and all our business licenses were there on the wall. And you can see some more shawls and little summer sweaters back there. And there's some needles, another wall of needles, and the bulletin board for Nifty Needles, the charity group that we started. Can see pictures of people who have come in with projects that they've made. And we're walking around where the needles are back to the back work area. There's our chalkboard and our table for classes. We have classes back here. We also do winding and blocking. We block for people. You can see the washing machine so we can felt things. There's some patterns back on that side. And that's about it for the shop.
Good morning.